Today, new guidelines go into place for international travel into the U.S.
Yeah, 9 News reporter Jordan Chavez is following the story from the studio this morning. And Jordan, what do people traveling into the country need to know?
Yeah, well, Gary, Corey, perhaps the biggest change is going to have to do with testing. So all visitors to the U.S. are now required to show proof of a negative COVID-19 test within 1 day of travel. That's now in place of the usual 3 days that was required before. Now, an important note to make about all of this is that this new rule is regardless of vaccination status or of a person's nationality. Now, on the CDC's website, it does also say that travelers can also provide documentation that shows they have recovered from COVID-19 in the past 90 days. Now, as far as travelers within the United States go, the White House still isn't requiring they get vaccinated or even tested. And that's in large part because officials believe there would be a lot of legal recourse if they did. But President Biden is requiring masks on airplanes and other public transit through at least March 18th now. Initially, that was scheduled to expire next month. Now, those masks are something that a lot of travelers are used to by now, but it's that change in the amount of time to get that negative test that has some travelers pretty upset.
It's just really challenging. So much so that I don't actually know if we're going to be able to do it.
I was very angry at the change in such a quick turnaround.
Okay, so one other new thing that's part of this new order, airlines now have to gather contact tracing information on passengers coming to the U.S. who have been in southern Africa the previous 2 weeks. They have to keep this information for 30 days and then hand it over to the CDC within 24 hours of exactly when they request it, guys.
All right, all because of that new variant. Thank you much. Tomorrow, the new Douglas County School Board is going to vote on whether to get rid of the district's mask mandate. A draft resolution shows the board is considering ditching it. The saga of masks in Douglas County is a pretty long one. The district decided to follow the recommendations of Tri-County Health and require masks. That was at the start of the school year. Later, the new county health department, they got rid of the old one, changed the rules and allowed for parents to sign mask exemptions. Well, the district sued, and in the middle of that, rules went back to medical exemptions only. The lawsuit was dismissed last month. The county's new Board of Education was sworn in last week. They are a more conservative majority, and tomorrow night they are expected to ban masks and also forbid a vaccine mandate.
Developing this morning, firefighters are working to put out a wildfire in Idaho Springs, one of several that actually flared up because of those strong winds on Sunday. 9 News reporter John Glasgow is live there this morning. John, folks reported seeing the flames from I-70 Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. Those flames you could see definitely. And this morning we don't really smell a lot of smoke out here either. The fire is located outside of Idaho Springs, but it's burned about 20 acres. And that last check, they told us it was about 50% contained. So that is good news. They're just getting ready here to go and tackle the fire here this morning. And again, we're expecting an update here as well. We'll get to that in just a minute. But here's what we know so far about this fire. It's about 25 homes in this area were evacuated. Some of those people, they spent Sunday at the old middle school, which has turned into evacuation center. Officials, they say that they were able to get people to places and out of this cold here for the night. The Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office says the 2 structures burned down. Fortunately, there were no reports of any injuries or deaths. So the fire did start to settle down yesterday afternoon. Again, it's about 50% contained, and we are expecting that update around 10:30 here this morning at the fire station. Gary?
All right, John, thanks for the update. Westminster police say a man is dead after an officer shot him while he was running away. It happened near Stanley Lake High School. Police say the shooting was not related to the high school. Officers got a call about a crash on Wadsworth Parkway Sunday afternoon. Investigators say that car was stolen in an armed carjacking earlier in the day. The driver took off after the crash. The department says an officer found a man on 104th matching the driver's description. Police say the suspect then fired at the officer. The officer shot back. Officers found him unconscious. He was taken to the hospital. That is where he later died. The officer was not injured. An independent law enforcement agency will now look into what happened. That is the protocol.
A Walmart in Greeley had to close Sunday after a shoplifter sprayed bear spray at employees. Police say workers tried to stop the shoplifter and he sprayed them to escape. The suspect drove off before officers got there. 5 people needed medical treatment because of the spray. Police evacuated the store just to be safe and kept it closed while firefighters cleaned the store. It's now back open.
Well, today you're going to notice that drastic drop in temperatures. Those afternoon temperatures will be in the upper 30s and low 40s, partly cloudy. We stay dry here in Denver, the Front Range and Eastern Plains, but we will see some afternoon and evening snow to the west.